Hi! So today I am going to share with you one of my favorite holiday books. And I'm sure like you probably have some of your favorites that you read over the holidays, like Frosty the Snowman, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Well, this one is not quite as traditional. It's called Olive the Other Reindeer. And it's one of my favorites because right before my daughter was born, she was born in January. So that Christmas, I was just about to have her, and my best friend, my old college roommate, she was at a bookstore and they had a book signing. And so the author and the illustrator Otto Siebold and Vivian Walsh were there, and they were signing copies of their book. And so when my friend asked them to sign a copy for my daughter, they actually drew a picture of a little baby reindeer and they signed the book. So that's one of the reasons it's one of my favorites. But another reason is because you know how Miss Pearson loves her dogs. And so here is my little Olive dressed as a reindeer, not fully participating, but hanging with his baby holiday llama. Not so excited to be dressed up as Olive, but hopefully he'll stay for the whole story. All right, so this is Olive the Other Reindeer. And it is by Vivian Walsh and Otto Siebold. Every day, Olive took her daily walk. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Today was a winter's day, and it was the holidays, and there was music playing outdoors, kind of like Whiting. When we walk down the streets and go shopping, we can hear all the music playing. Well, this is like where Olive lives. People were singing along. Olive the Other Reindeer. Olive was too shy to sing. She hummed as she walks down the street. Oh, did you want to hum too? Nope. Olive's going back to sleep. Back at her doghouse, Olive was wrapping presents and listening to the radio. She heard that same song again. Olive the Other Reindeer, went the song. Olive the Other Reindeer, Olive sang along. Olive the reindeer, said Olive. I thought I was a dog. I must be a reindeer. It was that time of year when all reindeer reported to the North Pole to help Santa Claus. So Olive put down her scissors carefully, and she marched right out that door. She took one bus and two buses. And you can see as she got on that second bus, it looks like the North Pole Express, and you see penguins. She's getting closer. She got there just in time. Santa was checking his list for the second time. Elves were busy helping the reindeer and loading the sleigh with presents for all of the good boys and girls. Everyone was getting ready to go. Olive took her place. Santa noticed that there was a little dog in the lineup. Santa knew a lot about dogs, like for instance, they can't fly. But it was time to go, so he decided to give Olive a chance. Comet, the biggest reindeer, used a piece of extra ribbon to make sure Olive was tied in safe and tight. And now they were ready to go. Olive was surprised it was so easy to fly, but she's not really flying. She's just hanging on under the other reindeer, flying along as they pull her. The other reindeer were very curious about the new helper. They looked at Olive so much that they weren't watching where they were going. Crash! They flew smack into a too-tall tree. Oh dear, said Santa. My sleigh is stuck in this tree. I'll have to cut it free. Olive clung to the side of the tree. She tried to fly up to help Santa, but she couldn't. But she climbed up slowly and started chewing, because chewing sticks was something Olive could do well. Thank you, Olive, said Santa Claus as they got back on their way. Are you good at chewing sticks too? Nope. Apparently he's just good at sleeping right now. All right. They had not traveled far when Olive's nose began to twitch. Olive smelled trouble. It was the smell of gumdrop candies as they fell from the sleigh. Drop, drop, drop. Olive barked and Santa knew what to do. He steered the reindeer down and around so that all of the gumdrops fell. Plop, plop, plop. Back into the toy sack. We were very lucky not to lose a single gumdrop, thought Olive. But then she heard a strange sound. It was the musical note, ee! She spun around on her string to see the night sky filled with falling flutes. Olive had to howl louder than the wind instruments. This was not music to Santa's ears. First gumdrops and now flutes, thought Santa. That tree must have torn a hole in my sled. Prepare for an emergency landing, Santa instructed. The sleigh landed in a snowy field full of flutes. Luckily, Olive was very good at fetching sticks. It's something dogs love to do. Before Santa had finished patching the hole in the sleigh, Olive had returned each and every flute back to the sack. Ho, 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 said Santa. We're ready to go. Did you catch all of them? Oh, we're losing our antlers. Okay. They were running late, but after a while, all of the good children received their presents and Santa and his team headed home. They were almost home when they got caught in the dreaded North Pole fog. The reindeer slowed down until it was only the breeze that moved them along. The fog was as thick as a pillow. It made everyone feel sleepy, clearly. Then Santa remembered something about dogs. They are expert spellers. Olive, I'd hate to be late for breakfast this year, he said. Mrs. Claus has planned a parade of cookies. You can almost smell them, can't you? Olive could smell those cookies. Olive, won't you guide my sleigh this morning? Asked Santa. And Olive moved to the front of the reindeer. Can you think of a song that you might know that sounds like, Olive, won't you guide my sleigh this morning? See if you can think of a song that has similar words. Thanks to Olive's nose and Mrs. Claus's baking, they made it all the way back to the North Pole. And Olive the elves sang out in a cheer, Hooray, hooray! Santa and the reindeer and that little doggy are back. And back at the North Pole, it was a glorious morning. After eating lots of good food, it was time to open presents. The reindeer got jump ropes and the elves got toy trains, and Santa reached into his toy sack. There was only one present left, and it was for Olive. It was her very own set of reindeer antlers, and they fit perfectly. And then everyone went outside to play reindeer games. The end. And Quincy, you got your own very set of reindeer antlers, which he's not really quite as excited as probably Olive was to get the reindeer antlers. So I hope you enjoyed the story as much as we love it, and I look forward to hearing what your favorite holiday stories are.